Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, sorry. So, hopefully, yes, good morning. Hopefully, all of you are uh, practicing what we are doing. And okay, before doing anything, let me check how many of you thought of that concept we talked about last day. How many of you are ready to tell your story? Last day, somebody told you already have written this concept. Yes, Nitai. Anybody else apart from Nitai? Anybody else thought of the story? Nobody? Okay, fine. The thing is, if the entire group is not ready to do it, I am absolutely fine with that. Okay. So, Nitai, what can be done? You just send me the story in email, and I'll guide you in that way. Okay. Yes, Sagar. Good morning. Okay, Nitai. Yes. So I don't know. Means I don't have any other words to make you guys understand why it is important. But yes, it is important. If you want to do it, you do it. In your third year, you need to submit it. If you guys want the faculty's help, you do it. Otherwise, you do it on your own and submit it. Okay. The faculties are not forced to do it because it is from the university. You need to submit to the university. You have to do it. We just want to help you guys in between. Okay. So if you want the help, we are there. If you don't, then also it is fine. You make it and submit to the university. We don't have any problem. Okay. So Nitai, if you have written the story, please send it to my email ID. Okay. All right. So I'll move forward and we'll start the next assignment, and that will be the body, human body unwrapping. Okay, the character unwrapping. Basically, we have made the character, so we'll see how to make that character. All right. So no, Sagar, this is for the sake of saying it, but where is the output? Each day I ask for something, I don't get anything. Next day. It's very disappointing. If you were in my place, no, you would understand that. So very disappointing. If it would be the physical classroom, officially I would stop my lectures officially. But because this is a very tricky situation, everything is happening in online. So uh, okay, I'm not telling anything. I would have called your parents also in the college. So right now I'm just checking how much it can be stretched. After that, I'll call one by one parents, either physically or directly. I'll talk in phone. But anyway, I don't want to drag any kind of negativity in our classroom, and that is the reason I don't tell anything. Yes, Tanmay, you have written. Yes, Tanmay, please send the story to me. Yes, it is absolutely fine. What kind of story it is, uh, that's not very important. It is always better if the story is having a concept. Definitely there has to be a concept, and it should not have a social message. Not necessary. Okay, it can be a gag also. You were creating a kind of comedy scene. That is also fine. Okay, let me tell you about when you have come. Yes, last day also I wrote my email ID. Once again, I will write my email ID. Yes, this is my email ID. Those who has written the story can send it to me, or you can send to any of the faculties. I don't have any problem. You can send it to Yogesh sir. You can send it to Kailash sir. You can send it to Bhaumik sir. Whoever taking your lectures, because we all talk together about you guys. Okay, about your progress and everything. So to any of the faculties you can send. Okay, and yes, I was talking about the concept. While thinking of the concept or your story, just remember about a few things. First of all, when we used to be student, animation student, no, we used to study in the college. Our sole goal used to be to create our own movie, our own short movie. That used to be our goal. Okay, so we all tried creating our own story. Even as a student, I also created my story, but not alone. We were a group of four people, I guess. Yes, and we created story. I guess uh, most of the, if you are serious enough in this industry, your goal is that, like, I want to create my own movie, own short film. And in the globally there are so many film festivals, film contests you can uh, you can approach. Like one of my student, uh, four not four, approximately 6 years back, 6 years back, he made a film. I'm just sharing the eagerness of a student. Just uh, try to understand, like similarly how I told you guys, like think of a concept, think of a story. So same thing was shared with those students, and one student, he thought of a concept, and then suddenly, then we agreed, like, this is a good concept, you can work. So he had a group of approximately 8 people, and then suddenly what happened, all the group members left. Okay, and he was alone, but he was very uh, very adamant, like I am going to complete my short movie. Okay, so but this was a positive sense, adamant in a positive sense. So then what he did, uh, the principal of the college, uh, he told like, you cannot complete this movie alone. He told, no sir, I'm going to complete it. Please give me a chance to do it. So he said, okay, I'm giving you exactly 3 months, 90 days. If you can complete it, then you will be in the college. Then the student told, if I cannot complete it, I will leave this college. Can you imagine the determination of the student like you? Then exactly on the 90th day, he actually completed the movie. Okay, and not only that, after that, national and internationally, it won. Till the time he was in the college, he won 11 Best Film Award from that uh, film. Okay, so you don't know like where you can go. After that, immediately he got a job in a TV channel, and now he's doing of his own. Actually, he's not doing a job, but he's creating his own stuff now because he got the confidence over there. I can create on my own. Okay, so until unless you are doing it, from where you will get it? Okay, so all these stories are for the inspiration. Like means already the stories has been created, and all those students were like you guys. How you were studying in a college. Similarly, he was studying in the college. Okay, like this, several stories are there. Means I personally have seen and experienced. Yes, Saurabh, you have slice of life and supernatural genre. Yes, absolutely fine. Psychology, Nitai, can be. Yes, there is no problem. Tanmay, you can send both the stories. Okay. Now, let me discuss. Okay, fine. All right. Let me discuss a little bit about the concept. Maybe you will get some idea out of it. Uh, what basically a concept, whatever you were thinking last day I discussed, it should not cross 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. It should not cross. Like your story should not be like, you know, uh, there was a king named Alexander, and like means you should not start the movie in a very magnificent way. Then you are not going to complete that movie. Okay, the whole life it will take. It's not one man's job or not three, four people's job. Okay, so there is a problem. So don't think like that in a very magnificent way. Like I will create Chronicles of Narnia. No, not possible actually. Okay, because you need manpower. You need 500, 600 people to create Chronicles of Narnia. Fine. So whatever you are thinking, you think of one man's movie or two persons movie, two characters movie. Think of a story like that. Saurabh, the problem is I cannot read Hindi. I can speak Hindi, but I cannot read Hindi. Okay, so whatever English you can write, if you can please, then it would be better for me. Otherwise, I need to take help from somebody. Yes? Okay, thank you. So, yes. So now, uh, so one person's movie or two persons movie, okay? Because you need to model those characters. Remember this. If you are thinking of four people persons movie, you need to model four persons. You need to rig four persons. You need to unwrap four persons, four characters. You need to rig four characters. You need to texture four characters. You need to animate four characters. Not only primary animation, but you need to also give the secondary animation of those characters, right? So that is the reason you are limiting yourself within one character or two characters. You just search in YouTube so many beautiful movies, Disney movies or Pixar movies. You can check as your reference. Okay, very short movies you can get. Very beautiful movies are there. Like if you want to see some good movies, Paperman, Oscar winning short film from Disney. Paperman. Okay. Another Oscar winning movie. It's a very old movie. You can check. The treatment was so fantastic. Old Man in the Sea. Okay. Beautiful movie. And some very famous Pixar movies are there. Okay. Just check award winning Pixar movies. Okay. No. BG models, Tanmay, there is no problem. BG models, environment models, that is absolutely fine because only once you just if you can model it, there is no problem. Because once it is modeled, because you are not going to rig it, right? So that is absolutely fine. Environment, you can think of anything. I don't have any problem. Last to last year batches, they made one movie with sci-fi environment, and that was absolutely fine. And the result was so nice, beautiful. Okay, so definitely that can be done. So another movie was there. That was two characters movie, but one character was a girl, another character was a shark. Okay, that was also very nice, beautiful movie, and it means got an award also, that particular movie. So from our college itself. So you also can create such movies. I can see the potential, but you can don't see the potential in yourself. Okay, but just need to work. Uh, yes, Sagar, you just watch some movies, short films from Disney, Pixar. You will get ideas like what I am talking about. Nitai, you are writing something. Yes, if there is one dialogue, absolutely fine, absolutely fine. And if there is no dialogue, that is the best condition of a movie because animation movies entirely your character should act. Okay, without means your concept should be such that without any dialogue you can convey your concept. Yeah, if your story is too big, like you know there was a prince and his friend, they started uh, a tour or a voyage around the world. So don't think such kind of stories. Then suddenly they met a monster. Don't think of such stories. Okay, you will not be able to complete it. It's not like you cannot make it. You can make it, but you will not be able to complete it. That's the problem. Okay, so small stories. Pixar's that movie you have seen. The same person playing chess both the sides. I guess you people have seen that. That is a very famous story. So yes, so only one person and one chessboard. Nothing is there in that movie, but still it gives message. So again, I guess that movie got Oscar. Only one character's movie, tremendously beautiful. Okay, so you need to think of something like that. Your concept should be, and another thing is your concept should be original. Suppose right now you have seen one concept, you are making it. Yes, on both the sides. Yes, Sagar, the same movie. So you know what? Suppose you were taking the concept from somewhere or someone else's concept, and you have made the movie, um, gave so much of effort in that, and when you will send it to the film festival, it will be disqualified. Why? Because the concept is not original. So much of effort, there will be like there will be no result out of it. So don't do that. Okay, whatever you are thinking, it is good or bad, we will guide you. Even we'll discuss together your concept, and we will make it stronger, much more stronger, what you are thinking. Okay, but think of yourself, it should be very original. Okay, so I guess you got the idea. And another thing about the concept, think of such a concept, you need to understand one thing, why we should use animation as the medium of a film. Okay, if you look aesthetically, why it is necessary to use animation in the industry or in the production. When we are using animation, when something cannot be done in live action, if it can be done in live action, then people can act out. Why is the necessity of doing animation, isn't it? So whatever your movie is, first ask yourself if the characters can act. Yes, like Tom and Jerry. People cannot act Tom and Jerry, so you have to do animation, right? So your movie is not necessarily like it has to be about human being. Not necessary. It can be of animal. It can be of a tree. It can be of some toys. It can be some utensils in kitchen. It can be some about some stones. Stones are having eyes and nose and ears. Absolutely possible. Understood? What cannot be done in real life? You need to think of that. Something very abstract. The clouds are having eyes. They're looking down and looking at the city. Like this is the area I should rain. That is the area I should rain. They're fighting with each other. You go that side, I will go this side. Okay? Something like that. Very abstract you think about. It can be anything, whatever is there around you. Try to convert it into a character and give a concept inside. The pen and pencil you are writing with, those can be characters. Pencil is writing on it on its own, and eraser is erasing behind. So many movies are there like that. I'm just giving you idea. So pencil and eraser, pencil and sharpener can be characters, rivals. Pencil and paper can be two characters. Your laptop can be a character. The mouse can be a character. Okay, the table can be a character. The chair can be a character. Uh, Another example, hammer and nail. Hammer is a character, nail is character. Hammer is trying to hammer the nail, and nail is just switching its position. And hammer cannot actually nail it. And finally, with a sudden blow, it just nailed it. Understood? So many ways to think. You just need to look at some references and then start thinking of yourself. Whatever you think around. Okay. So anyway, I think you got some ideas today what to do, what human being cannot act. You need to think such a concept. Human being cannot act. Remember this. And not too magnificent. What you are thinking, not too magnificent. If something is very magnificent but still characters are less, you can think. We'll see how to, reduce the work, how to optimize it. We'll see that. And together we'll discuss and we can have some ideas. Okay. So, all right. Let us start the unwrapping. Okay. So you can remember this is the character we created. Yeah, this is the character we created. So let's press one because it is heavy. I don't know why it is becoming heavy. Okay, all right. So this is the character we created and we need to unwrap it. So this is a very complicated model. You can understand so far, whatever we have unwrapped, this is the most complicated model we are going to unwrap. Okay. So first of all, let's make it one polygon. So let's delete the history first. So you can see now it is not heavy. Because of the history, it was so heavy. All right, so just deleting half of it. So just select this and mesh and mirror. Last day I faced a problem, if you can remember, right? In some areas, but over here it is looking fine. It is looking fine, but then also to be in safer side, 0.01 I'm making it. Can you see in this also problem was there? Okay, so I prefer 0.001. So all these areas check carefully if you are getting any pinching. So it is all right. It is fine. Now same thing I'm going to do for the head. So mesh. Okay, head I didn't work basically. So but then also I'll just mirror it 0.001. Okay, fine. Here I just have done the block in. All right. So basically, our today's job is because head we have seen how to unwrap it. Our today's job is this, the body. Okay, we are going to see how to unwrap it. So let's isolate it. Okay, so guys, first of all, this kind of complicated objects, can anybody tell me how to start unwrapping of this character? What do you think? Whatever the experience you have gathered, with small objects, unwrapping small objects. What do you think? How I should proceed the unwrapping for this particular object? What do you think? Just let me know. I want to check. What do you think? How should I start? Start with shoes. Okay. So that means what? Start by cutting parts like hand, body, and legs. Very good. Yes. Yes. Nitai, I supposed to ask you the same question. Like then I should uh, first separate the shoes, right? If I want to start with the shoes, absolutely fine. We can start with the shoes, but first we need to separate it. So, Sagar, you are absolutely correct. We need to separate all the elements. Okay. So, first of all, let us go to the UV editor, and you can see this is the condition right now, and the condition is very bad over here. You can see, you can see it is very bad, right? So the first thing I am going to do, polygon, I'm sorry, UV, and a planar mapping, and in camera, doesn't matter actually which camera you are in, but approximately like that, and apply. This is it, and I'm getting something like this. We all know overlapping is there, but that is fine. Now the next thing, we need to decide the scenes. Okay, so just select this, display, polygons, and texture border edges. Texture border edges. Okay, I clicked it on. Then let's decide the seam of it. What should be the seam of it? So arms, I want to keep it separate. So it is selected. Similarly, I'm selecting this side also. Okay, absolutely fine. Polygons and cut UV edge. What happened? This and this is separate. Why it is necessary to do? Later on it will be very easy for you to select it. Okay, that's the main reason to do it. Not necessarily you have to select only this one. You could have selected this one also, this and this. Okay, this part you could have done. Okay, now second thing is I want to separate the shirt. Okay, polygons, cut UV edge. So the shirt is separate. Now this is the pant. In the pant, this, now I'm concentrating only on one side. Okay, cut UV edge. Shoe is separate. Hmm, almost fine. Almost fine. Now let's select this middle part of this pant. Deselect everything else. Only this much is selected. Okay, I have seen a problem. This vertex, that was unnecessary. Okay, okay, the same thing over here. I guess I deleted one loop over there. So that was a problem. Anyway, selecting this, deselect everything else and cut UV edge. So that now I will be able to concentrate on one side of it, only this side of it. Okay, that is also fine. The arms are fine. I'm going to concentrate on this side. Now the shirt and arm, because later on I need to paint it, right? This will be the skin tone and this will be the shirt. So it would be better if I separate the UVs. So that is the reason cut UV edge. So the arm and the shirt, I'm separating it. Okay. Another thing is there. I should separate it, and that is the collar. The collar. Okay. Cut UV edge. UV shell. Sorry. Yes. It has to be separate. This is the collar. It has to be separate. Okay. So just check once again. The shirt only concentrating on one side. You know why, right? Later on, I'm going to duplicate it. The arm, the body, the collar, the shoe, and the pant. I separated. Now, I'll come to the individual areas and I'm going to unwrap it. So, first of all, let's start with the body. Guys, tell me, all of you are getting it? So far, understood, no? Okay, yes. So, now tell me, for the body, what should I do? What kind of mapping should I use? If people will tell me, I'll do. What kind of mapping should I use for the body? Whatever you are thinking, just let me know. No, what kind of mapping should we use for the body? What mapping we should use? Cylindrical mapping, spherical mapping, automatic mapping, planar mapping. What kind of mapping should I use for the body? What do you think? Any idea? Planar from right view. From right view, planar. Actually, for the body, planar mapping can be used. But what I think for the body, don't you think it is a cylindrical shape? It is a cylindrical shape, isn't it? So it would be better if we do cylindrical mapping. It is a cylindrical shape. See, it is done, almost done. Problems are there, I know, like in this area, problem is there. But otherwise, almost done. Only I just need to scale it properly. I just need to scale it properly. Okay, so this area is looking fine, and the back is looking fine. The side is looking fine. So another thing can be done. You can do a planar projection from the front. That is also fine. That is one way to work. So front and back will be done, and here you will create a seam. So now definitely the front and back we need to create a seam. So I'm selecting over here. I'm selecting over here, and so from all the sides, I'm just detaching it because I have to create a seam. You can see. So apart from it, wherever it is selected, just deselect it. Only this much is selected. Only this much is selected. Okay. So now go to polygon and cut UV edge. So what we have got? So this is the back. This is the back. That side. So I'm just keeping it aside. This is the front. This is the front, and this is the back. Okay. And in the front also, now select the middle part of it. I'm sure nothing else is selected. Yes, nothing else is selected. Then also just deselect if something is selected and cut UV edge. And what I'm going to do, select this and keep it aside. So this and this, only this much part I have kept. All right, and this portion is looking already fine. So now, sorry, selecting the UVs, select like this, go to polygons and unfold. See, getting better. So select and unfold. I'm holding G, pressing G. See, getting better and better.
सर
Yes.
सर मीन्स मैंने अनफोल्ड करने का मीन्स मैंने देखा यूवी अनरैपिंग में मीन्स हम
Hmm.
लोग पार्टली पार्टली अनफोल्ड करते हैं उससे अच्छा डायरेक्टली सब यूवीज को सिलेक्ट करके अनफोल्ड करेंगे तो भी क्या है ना
See, I'm selecting the entire UV shell and pressing unfold. Definitely, in this case it is working, but every case it will not work.
सिलेक्टिंग सर यूवी यूवी
Selecting the UVs, you can unfold, but each case it will not work.
ओके सर
Means,
मीन्स इंडिविजुअली वी हैव टू डू
yeah, means that is the best practice to do it.
ओके सर
Okay. Yes. So now see, I missed this alignment. Okay. So selecting this, and these tools are for the alignment. Align left, align right, align top, align bottom. Okay. So I need to align at the left. So clicking on this. So now once again got the straight line. Now once again unfold. So this area now getting better. Okay. So something like this. Okay. Absolutely fine. The entire body is looking similar. Can you see? The boxes are looking similar. Okay. Now going towards the back, same thing I'm going to do. So in this area, I can see stretch mark, so selecting and unfold. By holding the entire model, definitely can be done. But can you see I'm missing the straight line? Okay. So you can say like I can select only this much and can do unfold. In this case, definitely it is working. Absolutely. But every case it will not work. So uh, That's a best practice to select small part and doing the unfolding. So in this area also I can see some problem. So selecting this, unfold, and again I missed the straight line. So only selecting this and left align. Again got the straight line. And now once again just unfold it. Right. So the side is also looking fine. But in the side, don't expect like all the UVs will be straight. No, it is absolutely fine. It is a little bit diagonal. Absolutely fine. Okay, there is no problem. So now, see, nothing is happening means unwrapping is done. Unwrapping is done. Okay, so this UV shell is done and this UV shell is done. So whatever is done, we'll keep in this side. So the entire body is done, front and back. Okay, now come to this shirt next. Okay, for this, tell me what kind of mapping should I use? What kind of mapping should I use? Spherical. Sagar, why spherical? Nita is cylindrical. Yes, cylindrical mapping. Why cylindrical mapping? Because it is looking like a cylinder, isn't it? It is looking like a cylinder. So once again, now just check how easy it is to select the faces. I'm just drag selecting the faces only in this area. So that is the beauty. The first step we should do, like we should cut the individual parts. Then it will be very easy for you. So go to UV and cylindrical mapping. Okay, because our cylinder is this way, so I need to rotate it. And now match the scaling. Over here you can see it's everywhere it's not the same. So the UVs also will not match exactly. Okay, not UVs, the sticker boxes is almost fine, making it a little bit smaller. Okay, now one by one, I'm selecting this much first, this much, and let's unfold it. Much better, much better. Okay, now you can see it is looking pretty clean. Okay, so again, once again, don't expect like you will get straight UVs because the shape is organic. So our UV shell also will look organic. Taking the UVs and let's scale it down a little bit so that it is matching the scale of the body. All right, so this is also done. Now I'll come to the arms. arms. Okay. So for this, what kind of mapping should I use? Come on, tell me. What kind of mapping? What do you think? What do you think? Yes. For this case also, cylinder. Because the shape is cylindrical. So going to UV, cylindrical. Just look at it. Okay, just look at your UVs. Looking fine. Almost looking fine. Okay. A little bit here and there, not working. But it's looking fine. So this is the best possible condition we are getting. This is the best possible condition. But the thing is, the seam we are getting over here. Okay. So when you are creating a movie, this seam will be visible. So the seam should be somewhere over here at the bottom. Okay. So what I'm going to do from here to there, suppose this should be my seam at the bottom. Okay. So selected this. How to change your seam? Just try to learn it. So the seam I want, I selected the seam, going to polygons and cut UV edge. See, I have created my seam. I have created my seam. And now this seam I don't want. So what I should do from here to there, I'm selecting the entire seam, move and sew. So there is no seam, but here is the seam. This is what I wanted. Okay. So this is it. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And now click on the checker box and check the checker boxes. Okay.
सर एक बार आर्म्स का वापस रिपीट करो ना स्टार्टिंग से.
This arm, no?
Yes sir.
Okay, all right. See, first you need to select the faces, right? And this is a cylindrical shape. Just try to learn it. Still, I have done the cylindrical mapping. And cylindrical mapping and spherical mapping, you know, always we should make it 360 degree. By default, it will come 180 degree like this. You should make it 360. But there is huge problem in this area. Why? Because our cylinder is this way and our mapping is vertical. So just click on this plus sign, okay, and click the circle and you will get the rotation. So I'm just rotating it and making it according to that cylinder. And now it is almost fine. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do, making it smaller. Now the seam is over here. I don't want the seam over there. Where I want to keep the seam, sorry, at the bottom of it, either this one or this one. Here also you can keep the seam, not a problem. This one, suppose this one has to be my seam, so just cut it. It is done. I have done it. Now from here to there means this seam. What is a seam? Basically the open edges are called seam. So I don't want the open edges over here, I want it over here. So just move and sew. Now it is all right. Understood, Nitai?
Yes sir.
Okay. So now you can see, but these are not correct. So selecting the UVs, once again, it will be better small region you are doing, unfold. So this area, unfold, unfold, unfold. Can you see? But here I have selected, I guess, too much of it, and it is not good. See, small. Understood now why we should select small areas and do it. Because each and
Yes,
every
sir.
cases, bigger region, yes, bigger region will not work. So select small, sorry.
Sir, are we going to mirror it both side?
Sorry, sorry,
I
come
mean,
once again.
one side, one side का ही करेंगे ना sir?
Yes, only for one side. You don't have to do it for both the sides.
Okay, sir. Then mirror ना?
Then mirror, yes. I'm going to do mirror. Okay. See, now it is looking pretty clean. Pretty clean. Yes. Okay. So now once again I have to match it, the size of it. So actually UV unwrapping is very easy. Once you understand the concept, it is very easy. You can do it very easily. And if you know UV unwrapping very well, you can get a job, because this can be a different department, but not in every company. Okay. So this, and this we have done. Now let's come to the pant. And for this, I separated this and kept it separately. Okay, now tell me, what should I do for the pant? What kind of mapping should I use for the pant? What do you think? Same, yes. Because in the human in the human body, mostly all the limbs are cylindrical. Neck is also cylindrical, right? So yes. So if still now you didn't learn it properly, now once again the same thing I'm going to do. Try to learn it. Okay. So selecting this and going to UVs, cylindrical mapping. In this case, it is vertical cylinder only. Just need to make it 360. I can see some errors. That is absolutely fine. But at least things are fine. But in this case also, the problem is seams are somewhere over here. Can you see? So I don't want it. I want the seams inside in this case also. So how that can be done? Similar way. So clicking on it, let us check if this much is done. So up to this much the seam is right. So this much. So selected basically this edge and deselect everything else. Only selected this much and cut UV edge. So what I have done, I created the seam inside. And now what I don't want, now this seam I don't want with the mapping I created. So simple, move and sieve. Okay, so seam I have created inside. And now in this area there is no seam. Yes, just 1 minute, I will connect the. Okay, so it is all right. Now it's time to click on the UVs. And you can see this is not very correct. So selecting all the UVs, and let's try to make it like a square shape. Okay, here I can see the stretch is coming, but all these areas all are different. Here still it is looking vertical. So somewhere like this, I'm just leaving it like this. And now it's time to unfold. So let's unfold it. See, it's getting better. So select small region and do the unfolding. You know what? What I will prefer basically, this can be a straight line. Okay. So how much from here to there? Okay, because then this is a seam. This is a seam. So this much is there. So I feel this can be a straight line. So what to do for the straight line? Align. Sorry. First, convert it into UVs. So I have actually selected the UVs and then align it to the left. I'm very sorry because here also it is selected. Have to be careful. Alignment. Now this is a straight line. Okay. So now I have to unfold it, but I will not select this straight line anymore. So just unfold it. See, it's getting better now. Sorry. Back side doesn't matter. So the bottom part you actually can unfold with a bigger region. So selecting the entire part. Can you see how the shape is accordingly? It is taking the shape, the UV shell. Just check the UV shell. See, I selected too much region and it became bigger. Previously, it was fine. Small region. In between, you can select a little bit bigger region. There will be no problem. But towards the end, problem. But it's looking pretty clean now. No, I have made a mistake. Yeah, straight line, just be like that. Almost fine. Almost looking clean. Almost looking clean. Yes. Now selecting all the UVs and very sorry. And have you seen what happened? I am just unfolding it, selecting everything. Just check. Gone. Okay. Now I just need to match the scaling of it. Okay. All right.
By
So this
doing
is
so,
also
it
done. Yes.
so
Yeah.
means
Yes.
I try to do with unfold tool,
Unfold tool.
but it yes
With this unfold tool, right? No, not this
yes,
one.
but it decreases. बट सर उसका साइज मींस लेस हो जाता है एकदम से अभी आपने जैसे किया था ना वैसे
Means, and according to my experience, there is no hard and fast rule. Like you select everything, it will work, or you select small areas, it will work. Like every time it is a new situation when you are doing UV unwrapping. So sometimes it can be very tricky, but you will understand gradually how much you will experience it. You will understand gradually. Okay. Now in this case, for the shoe. Okay. Now tell me, suppose this is the case, what kind of mapping should we do? Tell me. What do you think? In this, I will understand how much you understood. The shoe, what kind of mapping should I use? Check once again. The shape of the shoe. What kind of mapping should I use for the shoe? Hmm.
मीन
Tell
सर
me.
फर्स्ट फर्स्ट सर जो बॉटम पार्ट है ना उसको टॉप व्यू से प्लानर,
Hmm.
देन फिर अनफोल्ड करके कर सकते हैं, फिर जो सीमा आएगा ना क्रिएट होगा ना उसको हम मूवमेंट से कर सकते हैं.
Actually, Sagar, very good. Actually, that's the actual way to do it. Okay, very nice. Very happy to hear that. So the faces are selected. Going to the top view, going to UV and planner. Okay, camera should be selected. Project, and you can see now it is taking the shape of the shoe at least. Previously, it was not looking like, and you can see it is having some problem. So like this, at least the bottom projection is correct, and some part of the top projection is correct. So this much is fine. It is looking like a shoe at least. Okay. Now a few things to do. Uh, yeah, this is the last one. Okay. So this, the entire bottom part, I'm going to separate. Later on, I will see how much to connect, but for now, entire bottom part, I selected and cut UVH. Now let's check what happened. Okay, so this is the top and this is the bottom. So for the human foot also the same thing we need to do. Shoe, sandal, foot, same way of UV mapping. Okay, same way you need to do. So this is done, and you can see this is just the flipped. Okay, so selecting this, and you need to remember, never select the edges and flip it. You will face problem. All the faces will be separate. So select the UVs and then just flip it. So now this is fine. This is positive side now. All right. We are still having a problem in this area because it is not unfolded. Okay, and in this area. So what we are going to do, we'll see which part of it, not this one, this part of it, right? This is the part. So unfold. This is better. Now selecting this area and for this, right? And unfold. This is also better. But the thing is, the entire area is a little bit stretched. So Okay, and sorry,
Sir, it's okay if we select faces and then flip it.
faces. No, the best way is to select the UVs and flip it. That is the best way. Okay, so you can see now this is also looking clean and this is also looking clean. It is looking odd, but actually it is correct. Previously it was looking more realistic, but now it is not looking realistic, but this is correct. There is no problem. And now I'll just check these corners if any overlapping is there. No, corners are all right. There is no problem. So this part is done for the shoe. Okay, just need to scale it down a little bit, but later on together I will do. Now come to this one. What's the problem? Now for this, all these sides are problematic. All the sides, because from the top we have done the projection. So what I'm going to do, here is the seam, and this is the seam of the pant, and I am just selecting this one and just try to understand. Here the seam of the pant, here the seam of the bottom part, and here it is connected. So I'm creating the seam in this area. Cutting edge, because circular way it cannot be kept. So I have to cut somewhere. So this is the area I have given the cut way, and this is also inside, so not be visible too much in the camera. So you can see now continuous seam I am getting up to the bottom, continuous seam inside. Okay, so that is the reason. Now selecting the UVs, so one by one just check and unfold, unfold. Still looking very problematic, but gradually it will be all right. See, it is trying to take its own shape. Shape and size it is trying to take. So just check the bottom part. Almost fine, this area, isn't it? So same thing for this. Almost fine, almost fine. Okay, now let's come towards this side, because the front also had the stretch mark over here at this area. Yes, now this area is also fine. Looking pretty clean, pretty clean. Sorry. Okay, now both are very much similar. Now we have to decide which part we can connect these two. Okay, so what I am feeling from here to there, sorry, I need to double click. So this area, there is a possibility to connect it. So selecting polygons, and before that, what I am feeling, selecting the UVs, and let's rotate it. It has to be like this. So like this also you can do. Okay, you can change the orientation of your UVs. It's not necessary what the computer has done, that is final. Polygons, move and see. Okay. Now, once again, come to this area and unfold, unfold, unfold. Now there is no problem. Done. Why I have done it? Because it was like this, so I would have got the overlapping in this area. Okay, you can see I just remove the seam in this area. Both are connected now, but only in this area. Rest part the seam is there. Okay, now let's match the this. Okay, some part of it. This part basically what I twisted is showing some problem in this area. It's now it is better. So the last part I will not touch. So it is having a tendency of going towards that side. That's why I'm not touching this. It will go this that side. Okay, this is looking perfect. So I guess this side entirely we have done this side. Oh no, another thing is remaining, and that is the collar. Okay. For the collar, what do you think? What should I do for the collar? What do you think? What should I do for the collar? Planar mapping. Okay, Nitai. Yes, planar mapping can be done for the collar, and approximately from this camera angle. Okay, planar mapping. Maybe from the top. Yes, can be done. So selecting the faces, UV, planar mapping. So good suggestion. See, almost clean. So selecting the UVs, making it a little bit smaller. Some problems are there. Okay, so I'm starting from this side because most stretch marks will come in this area at the back. So just unfold it, unfold, unfold. Yes, sorry, fold. In this case also, I'm selecting this, and it has to be a straight line over here. So okay, align. Now once again, unfold. Yes, see, taking the shape. Perfect. Absolutely fine. Here I am going to face one problem when I will attach this side. So that is the reason. That is the reason. Let's select this much and sorry, and keep it this side. Keep it this side. Select this and unfold. That's fine. See, it's taking the shape automatically of this. Yes, I wanted something like this. Yes, absolutely fine. Okay, pretty clean. Now selecting this and let's match the scaling, something like this. Almost everything is ready. Okay, everything is ready. So now our next job will be going to the front view and selecting this left hand side. Let's delete. Hopefully I have deleted perfectly, not like the last time. So in this area, very narrow faces can be there. In this area, some narrow faces can be there. So just check those areas properly. In this area, narrow faces can be there. I think it is fine. Now just mirror it. And in the mirror, let's make it 0.001. Yes, problem was there. Now I think it is all right. Three. Everywhere it is correct except this one. So that option is gone. So going to the channel box, and over here also you can get polymirror option, and over there you can get merge threshold 0.001. I'm making it 0.002. One is correct. 0.003. All are correct now. So this is the way it should work. Okay. Now come to this. Some problems are there. So what's the problem? So this one has to be flipped. Okay, so each and everything basically. So coming to this one, this has to be flipped. So this is the back. Okay. Now coming to this one, now this has to be flipped the other side. Come to this one. Now this one hand or arm, this one has to be flipped. So we'll go to that side. This one, shirt, this one has to be flipped. Go to the other side. Shoe, this one, but this one has to be flipped. Go to the other side. Now this is the collar. This one has to be flipped. Go to the other side. All are looking pretty clean. So let's check. All are getting the seams at the same places. All right. Now our job will be double click Very sorry. Double click. Not only this, but also this. I don't know why it is not getting selected. So from here to there. Perfect. Polygon, move and seal. Okay. Now this is one UV shell. From here to there, same. Move and seal. What else we have to do? Finally, I know it is all right. I kept the straight line. I thought I missed it. So this one and right, nicely unfolded. Now from here to there, the collar is also done. But you know what? The pant you can keep separate. Okay, that is absolutely fine. So many cases we do like that. This and this we keep it separate. Absolutely fine. But you can keep like this also because what means in this case I just have take this decision, taken this decision. Like this is a very simplified object, and that is the reason uh, I could do this. But in a real human being or in a female figure, what will happen? The thighs will be more broad. Okay, in that case, this will overlap and this will overlap. You will not be able to do this. This. Okay. So different cases, you have to take some decisions. All right. Everything is fine. Selecting all and layout. This is the layout option. What's happening? Selecting all the visuals and layout. Mesh is having to me the mesh is looking correct. 1 minute. I will just check if it is a problem. No, it is showing some problem. Let us do one thing. Anyway, you have seen me previously. I prefer to do it manually after using the layout also. What can be done? The problem I am facing, the solution is select this uh, file, export selection in OBJ, and then once again import it. Then it will be solved. But anyway, I finally I'm going to uh, keep the UV shells according to my wish. So just keeping it like this. You can see I'm going to waste some of the region, isn't it? So just select everything and fill it up a little bit. Let us check. Still these are fine. This is not working anymore. Other, or it can be like this only. Let's keep it somewhere there. still some parts are remaining. You still can make it a little bigger, okay, and can rearrange the UV shells. But anyway, I'm just keeping it like this. Hopefully, nothing is going out of the geometry.
Sir,
This
it's
is all
okay
right.
if it touches the
Sorry?
if it touches the line, the box line.
No, you will face problem later on. It is touches. What happens? I can give you one example. How it can create problem. Like if you are working with ZBrush later on, like you want to skirt the same model. So first you need to model it, then you need to unwrap it in Maya. Then only you can skirt on it. Remember this. Without unwrapping, you cannot create the model. So you need to unwrap it, and then you can go to ZBrush. When you will open the file in ZBrush, your entire UV shell will be corrupted if it is touching the edge. Are you getting my point?
नो
So
सर, मीन्स
that
मैं
is
बोल
the
रहा था कि
reason.
सर यूवी लेआउट में जो रेजोल्यूशन 1 के रहता है ना सर,
Hmm.
उसके लेआउट के बाहर नहीं आना, मीन्स लाइन को टच हो गया तो ओके ना?
No, 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 no. If it is touching the line, it is not okay. If it is touching the line, it's not okay. Then it will create problem. Okay. The this
ओके
UV can come up to this much, but it should not touch it. I mean to say that. Okay, so be very careful. Don't touch that line. And that is the reason most of the artists, what they do, first they arrange it. Arrange it means exactly over here. They arrange it on the line, approximately on the line. They arrange it, and finally they will select everything and they will scale down a little bit so that it is not touching the line anymore. Are you getting my point? So
यस सर,
that's a good
इट विल बी
practice.
परफेक्ट.
Yes, it will be perfect. There will be no problem. So that is the reason, to be safer side. At the very beginning, you can just manage that you are not touching the line anywhere, any of the sides. You are not touching the line. But still, in this UV layout, I can see some spaces. This one I cannot help. Like no UV shells can be accommodated in this area. So, but these are some areas I could make it better. But I guess you got the idea, right? So just click on the checker box and check your model. Enter model is looking perfect now, clean, and this is ready for the production now. Okay. Now, yes, one thing, the hand. How to unwrap the hand? Again, separately. That will be a separate visual. How we did the foot, exactly the same way the hand should be done. From the top, planar projection, and then cut at the middle, create the seam. And front part and the bottom part, sorry, the top part and the bottom part will be separate. And how I kept it the shoe like this. So you need to keep the hand also. So this is the top part, this will be the bottom part. Same, exactly the same. Okay. So this is the
ओके सर.
unwrapping of a character. And head, you already have seen last day how to unwrap it. So the head, when the head will come, then head also will occupy some space in this area. Or so many people, what they do, let's try to understand. The head means this, and the forearm, they keep in a separate UV shell. Like forearm means this and this. They keep in a separate UV shell. Can anybody tell why like that? Any idea? Why like that? They keep the head and forearm and hands separately. Why it is so? Any idea? Can you tell me? Yes, Nita is correct. Because the head and the arms and the hands you need to give skin shader on it, and that is the reason it is better if it is separate. Okay, so and yes, the fabric, so this will be fabric, the pant will be fabric, so the belt will be leather, the shoes will be leather, so that we can deal separately. But yes, if this is a hero character, once again, the head, the forearm, the hand, separate official, the cloth, means the fabric, the this part, and the pant, separate official, the belt, and the shoes, separate official. That can be done if it is a hero model. I guess you are getting my point. Why? But uh, more ways are there. You can keep it together. How I kept it together. Still, you can give different materials to different objects. But that will be advanced process of doing it. But for now, let's keep it straightforward. Wherever this is a fabric material, so separate material. This is a leather material, separate material, and this is this and this skin material, separate material. This is hair, separate material, so different kind of object, so different material. And the eyes, definitely, in any case eyes will be different material. Any case eyes will not be a part of this uv shell. Eyes will be different. Why so? You can ask why so. Eyes are so small, you can keep the eyes somewhere over here maybe, or somewhere over here, or over here, or here. Then why a different material for the eyes? Because when you are creating a movie, you can have extreme close-up shots. Not only can have, you will have extreme close-up shots of your hero character, or any character will have extreme close-up shots just to show its expression, and eyes again and again will come to the camera, and that is the reason eyes are having a different kind of importance in the character. So the material has to be different. I guess you are getting my point, why what I am trying to convey to you. Okay guys, I guess you understood, all of you, today's session, and I'm sure you will be able to unwrap any object now, because now you know how to unwrap the complicated objects. Yes or no? How many of you are confident enough, like, you give me any object, I will try to unwrap it. At least I will try to unwrap it. How many of you are
So,
confident? Yes.
so,
So yes, very good. Yes. Yes, Nitai.
सर एक्चुअली मुझे एक चीज नहीं समझा है लाइक
Yes.
कैमरा एंगल है ना जैसा अपना ये टॉप व्यू है पर्सपेक्टिव है और
Hmm,
कहाँ से
hmm, hmm.
कौन से साइड से करके वो अनफोल्ड वो अपना यूवी अनफोल्ड करता
Project.
है जैसे
Project.
आप प्रोजेक्ट करने का
Yes. 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 Actually, good question. Just try to understand. Suppose.
लाइक आपने अभी कॉलर का किया ना टॉप व्यू से वैसे बोल रहा
Hmm,
हूँ
hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay. Let's take simplified object. You will understand. Before that, let's do one thing. Save the file, and I will unsave it later. Okay.
सर सर
So,
मीन्स आप मटेरियल देने की बात कर रहे थे
hmm,
सेपरेट पार्ट्स को, वो सब
hmm.
सब्सटेंस पेंटर में ना?
No. In Maya only. Sub right now, forget about Substance Painter and ZBrush. Nothing exists like Substance Painter or ZBrush to you now. Okay? So everything
ओके
you are
सर.
going to do over here in Maya.
सर
When yes,
बट सर माया शेडर्स मीन्स माया शेडर्स इतना नहीं है ना, मीन्स अगर हम लोग को ह्यूमन स्किन बनानी हो तो माया शेडर से बना सकते हैं.
Actually, to be very honest, everything could be done over here. Let me tell you, when I was a student, I knew only Maya, like you. Okay, you were even simultaneously learning everything like rigging, animations. But in our case, not in our case, previously how the teaching method was, uh, I guess up to 2012 13 the pattern was the same in each and every college. Okay, how? First you will start modeling, then texturing, then rigging, then lighting, then animation, then dynamics, then compositing. The teaching method was like that. Okay, simultaneously you are not doing everything. Okay, so just after learning modeling texturing, I made Cleopatra. Okay, and entire texturing I did inside Maya itself. Entire texturing. I didn't know how to create texture in Photoshop and work in Maya. So so don't feel the limitation of something. No, inside Maya, whatever can be done, just try to learn. I mean to say that. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
right now, forget about ZBrush and Surface Painter. Nothing exists like that for now to you.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
मीन्स सर
when it is
जैसे अपने
when
ग्लास
it
का
is necessary, I myself will introduce that.
ओके सर जैसे सर
Yes,
अपने
tell me.
ग्लास का मटेरियल क्रिएट कर रहा था ग्लास का मटेरियल क्रिएट किया था ना माया में
Hmm.
वैसे ही सर मतलब बहुत सारे नोट्स लेके मेरे को स्किन का शेडर क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा ना
Like that I am telling. Then you will learn. No, when the limitation is there, in that limitation, you have to do something. Then the actual learning will happen. So whatever in daily basis we are learning, these are the basics. But when you are trying to create something and limitation is there, then also you are giving the light, giving the output. Then the actual learning is happening. You are actually learning them, and throughout your life you are not going to forget it. Okay.
ओके
Now
सर
coming to the question of Nitai, you were asking, like, you were confused from which angle to uh, do the mapping. Let's try to understand. Suppose this face. Till now, I didn't unwrap this part, so this is very crumpled. Suppose, just imagine, very crumpled. So what to do now? We know we are going to do planar mapping because this is looking to us like a plane. This is looking to us like a plane. So previously I did cylindrical mapping. Right now I am doing planar mapping. It is absolutely possible with planar mapping. So as I told you, always better do a camera mapping. Okay, do a camera mapping. Then you don't have to be worried about x-axis, y-axis, or z-axis. Don't have to be camera mapping. So if I go to the top view, can you see the entire object properly? Can you see the entire object properly? No, you cannot see. So how you can see? If I am applying mapping right now, I will get the UVs like that. Sorry, guys, the connection was lost. So, Nitai, how much you have seen? Am I audible? Guys, am I audible? Okay. So, guys, how much you people have seen? Okay. So, before doing anything, let me take the attendance. Okay. And then I'll come back to discuss. Okay. Can you see the screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Ananta,